Hello everyone, my name is Bruno. I'm back in the kitchen today to show you how to cook a perfect steak. I got in my hands today a strip loin from Little Joe that my friends from Andrew's Meat sent me. It's a really nice piece of strip loin, MB4 plus, so really nice marble that we're gonna be cooking today. And of course, a really nice steak deserves a sauce as good as. So I got one of the best, if not the best jus in Australia in the moment from Bone Roasters. They sent me this really nice red wine jus, which we're gonna be reducing a little bit with mustard, and that's gonna be all we need to be with our steak. And also a garnish that we're gonna be prepping in the oven, and I'm gonna show you guys. Let's go, come with me. Done. So come to the stove, make sure that you have a really nice thick pan, cast iron. It doesn't matter, it just has to be thick enough to hold the heat. So I'm turning up the heat as hot as I can, and I'm gonna put my steak. So when you add the steak, you're gonna see I haven't had any oil, anything on the pan. So starting with this top layer, because it has a really nice marble, a really nice fat on top, strip loin is a really nice steak to do this. So we're starting with the top part on the pan, and that's gonna help to melt the fat on top. As soon as the fat's melted, we're gonna have a little bit left on the pan, and that's what we're gonna be cooking on top. So still no salt, no pepper, just the unbeef fat from the steak. If you have any press, any waif in your home, or you can even grab another pan, you can just put on top. When you put this wafer on top, it's gonna help to create even a better layer, even a better crust. So I turn up the heat again. If I see that the pan is starting to get a little bit colder, and as you can see, I'm not adding any salt, any pepper in this moment. I'm just gonna add it later. Whenever you season a steak before, that's gonna stop to create the mylar. The mylar is the nice golden brown, the crust that you have on the steak, and that's what brings the flavor. But when you put salt, it kind of stops to get this reaction. So we don't wanna do that now. We just want the best color possible, the best crust. Let's check our steak now. As you can see, less than a minute, because the pan was really hot. You have this really nice, beautiful golden color. And then I'll flip my steak. I'll keep the wafer on top, both sides, because I want the crust on both sides. That's gonna help to keep the juice inside the meat as well. When you carve it, you're gonna see the really, really nice red in the middle, which is just the perfect way to eat this steak. And while the steak's cooking, we're gonna start our garnish. So for the garnish, I got a lemon, which I'm gonna just cut in half, and I'm gonna put on a pan. So right next to the steak, I'm just gonna get a really nice char on the lemon. So that brings another layer of flavor for the steak. And my garnish today is a wont Chinese cabbage. So I trim the bottom off. I'm gonna cut in quarters. Let's check our steak one more time. And look at this beautiful steak. So we got the golden brown color, we got the crust on both sides. I'm gonna put it on my tray. That's really good as well. So we got our lemon. I'll just put it next to the steak. And onto the same pan, you're gonna add the cabbage. So I got my steak resting, my cabbage on the pan. And I'm gonna take 4 cloves of garlic. I'm just gonna crush it to bring a little bit more flavor as well. a little bit of salt. Now I'm gonna take this pan, just be careful because it's really hot, and I'm gonna put it in the oven for just 8 minutes. So I've set my oven for 8 minutes, 180 degrees and 60% steaming. This is a inox oven, so it's really good so you can not just set the right temperature, but also bring moisture, keep the steamy, or even dryness, whatever you prefer. Into this case, 60% steamy is what's gonna help to cook the cabbage at the same time that we also adding more flavor. So we have a lot of flavor in the pan, and all this is steaming inside the oven. It's gonna deglaze our pan, it's gonna bring the flavor. So we have even more and more layers that's gonna come up on the dish. So in 8 minutes we come back in the meantime. And now, come a little bit close that I'm gonna show you this beautiful steak. And this is my dish for you guys today. Steak, cabbage, garlic, charred lemon, and a really nice mustard beef jus. This video ends here, but next week there's another one coming where I'm gonna teach you how to make garlic bread, but not the Aussie way, the Brazilian way. A lot of cheese. Whoever knows me, they're gonna love this moment because that's the truth. Brazilian food is not about just coxinhas and pastel, it's also about the garlic bread. And if you guys are interested, come back next week to watch. And of course, thanks for my sponsors, Unox for the best oven I could ever have in the kitchen, Bone Roasters to supply me this delicious red wine jus, and of course, Andrew Meat supporting my video. What a piece of steak. Nothing else I can tell you guys, just message those guys and buy yours because this one's mine. Thank you.